channel 304. This is an episode about the story of the brand, where it started and how it's evolved. My name's Cotter. I'm co-founder and director of operations, which is pretty much firefighter, which I pretty much got many hats. Basically look after all the operations for the business, make sure everything runs smoothly. That's me.
Everything.
Yeah, everything basically.
My name's David Powell. I went to University of Liverpool, studied architecture. So my natural job role was in the sort of creative side of things. So I sit as the brand director and oversee any of the social media, design of the clothes, the actual physical brand that people see sort of runs through me.
So we're going back to apartment 304 where it all started pretty much. South Manchester, Altrincham.
The building's called Buddenberg. I think that was the first ever 304 email, was actually Buddenberg304 at hotmail.com.
And it was like a 2-floor apartment, like a terrace, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Open plan.
High ceiling, sun terrace, real nice. Perfect environment for making t-shirts.
We started making clothes for friends. First thing we did was create a Facebook page where people would either request a slogan and what kind of item they want. We obviously had no factory connections whatsoever.
Just drive down the Trafford Centre, go and pick up the red sweater that John wanted or the green vest that Sean wanted or whatever else. They were always in stock in H&M, so that was our go-to choice. Made the bespoke one for them. I think we were charging about 25 quid, was it?
Yeah,
for a sweater.
And then we started getting requests through the Facebook page, but then we started getting orders from people we didn't know. So then we realised, well, actually, we need to try and scale this up further. So the next stage was to build a website, wasn't it? Built the website, and then we decided we're going to launch it on the Friday, just posting it on all the social channels, put it all on our personal Facebook. So like most Fridays, like we'd go out, but all right, we'll stay in this Friday, and we'll watch the sales come in. So we had like the laptop open, expecting it to be like raining sales. Like, well, I've built this website now, so I had to get some sales in. We got absolutely nothing on the first night. I think that was a bit of a wake-up call.
The first picture on our 304 Clothing Instagram account is the picture of us sat looking at
it.
Really? Yeah, I think so, yeah.
We had no idea about how to build a brand. I think one of our biggest strengths, which is why we were able to grow it, was the sort of social media posts that we used to do.
Yeah, it was like the organic reach from influencers that weren't influencers at the time, doing quite creative posts with the actual clothing itself, trying to build this brand image that was
like a
bigger.
Lifestyle brand.
Yeah, lifestyle brand. It looked bigger than it was.
Which again really wasn't planned out up front.
No, not
kind of a lot of this kind of just happened organically, didn't it?
Yeah. Try and get into apartment 304, no one's answering.
We had a sweater, there's like we all make mixtapes, which is a play on the words, we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
2 DJs from Australia, twins, both wore this sweater and they posted it on Instagram. I woke up in the morning, I have loads of sales, all from Australia, this jumper, and we were like, I think I ran into the other lads, it's like, have you seen this? We sold about 8 tops in a night, which was like probably about 2 months worth of sales at the time.
Straight in the Nissan to H&M, get 8 sweaters.
Yeah, we had to go and make them straight away, then send them to Australia. We're just stuck at the original apartment where we used to live, so we actually used to live on the very top floor, so you can't see there, but it's like a terrace where we used to make the clothes. Yeah, this is where it all started, like 7 years ago. And the first thing was like, we can't keep clearing out H&M. So that was the first stage, right, we got an American Apparel account. And then we were getting like a few orders in, but it used to take a whole evening just to make like one. David's got a little bit of OCD, won't mind admitting. But
loads of errors, and then obviously the fact that staying up till 2-3 in the morning to actually print them. We all had jobs then from 9 till 5, and it was just becoming an absolute nightmare, wasn't it?
It wasn't like scalable.
Friends were coming up and seeing just a couple of vests on a little plastic rail from IKEA, then they'd come back up in like 2-3 months later, there'd be 15 boxes of H&M clothes, and the next time there'd be 40 boxes of American Apparel pre-printed, and they were like, the really nice fancy flat was becoming more like a stock room.
Somehow we found like a print shop in Manchester.
Business is fine, yeah, busy. How you doing?
Good.
Was everything okay with that?
Yeah, it's all sorted, yeah. We went there and said, can we get these recreated? They showed us vinyl printing, screen printing, flock printing, which was just too expensive again, I think.
He took us through all the different printing techniques that there were. So then he told us about this technique of actually screen printing with like a puff additive, so it felt like raised and it felt like good quality.
That was scalable. They could do 20. I think we were ordering like 20 at a time, and then hoping that we could sell 20.
We knew nothing about printing. because I sort of taught us a little bit about the different techniques. And like, yeah, we still keep in touch with him to this day, to be fair. We still send them customers.
So we had stuff made in Manchester for quite a while. Clothing brand owner quite liked us. We had a few beers with him, went out, and then he was like, for you to go to the next stage, I think you need to start looking at making your own clothes. Put us in touch with a factory in Turkey at the time.
Yeah, he helped us with it, because it's not a simple case of giving stuff to a factory and saying, can you make this? Like, they started saying, oh, have you got any tech packs? And we were like, we haven't got a Scooby-Doo what a tech pack is. Making a t-shirt looks simple, but actually when you go into the factory you realise there's like 20 different pieces to a t-shirt. Like, it's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Colours, Pantones, didn't even know what a Pantone was. Like, sort of stuff now I look back thinking I probably should have known that from university, but I was clearly playing football too much, I think, so I didn't know any of this sort of stuff.
That's why it started to get real serious, because factories, they make a minimum order quantity. I think we're selling probably roughly between 50 and 100 orders a month, and so I think the minimums were like 100, which you got to pay for a lot of it up front, but then you've got like credit, so like you need to sell it, otherwise you can't pay the bill.
Yeah.
So that's when it really started to get
some tough lessons then.
I think that was a big step in the development of the brand, is learning the process of how clothes are made.
Yeah.
I think I had 6 C1 at the time. Smallest car ever, trying to fit all these boxes in.
Rammed with like jumpers, boxes and everything.
We'd get the tops, they're all just randomly in a box. Then we'd have to put a swing tag them on ourselves. After that is like, you have to fold it and put it in like a poly bag, because I thought it looked unprofessional just sending the tops without any packaging.
Yeah. Weekends after weekends just tying swing tags to clothes, and I remember being like, my hands were like cut to anything, thinking probably need to find another solution for this as well.
Yeah, because it's getting to the time where competing against a lot of brands who can all do next day. We couldn't do next day delivery, because if you got an order and then what I did next day, like, we had to wait till the evening to pack it up. I think we were losing a lot of custom that way.
Yeah.
So then we found
a fulfillment service centre that was sort of new, and like at the time they were in their infancy of being a third-party logistics company, where they took in loads of brands and were sending it out, and we went through their teething problems while we were trying to grow. We were always sending stuff wrapped up, handwritten letters and everything like that to make it personalised. Was really good. For them to put it in the fulfillment centre and find out they were sending the wrong company stuff out in our blue little bin liners, and we were like, this is another step backwards. Maybe it could get there the next day, but it wasn't how we wanted it to get there the next day.
Yeah, so we took a next step in scaling it up, but in a step we took a step backwards of the customer experience.
Yeah.
But it was just another step.
It had to be done.
And the good thing is that we've stayed with that fulfillment company over, so I think, the last few years, and we're still with them now, and they've grown with us, which is really good. From our warehouse manager, there's a bit of fire at the warehouse. There's a chance that some of your stock might have been burnt. I was like, okay, that doesn't sound too bad. It's a bit of a fire. Hopefully we're lucky and ours hasn't been damaged. I was like, shit, that's got to be our warehouse. And I looked at the pictures and it was just like dust.
At 20 past midnight tonight, Essex County Fire and Rescue Service was called to a large fire here at this large warehouse behind me on the festival.
Everything been destroyed. Obviously we were insured, but we were insured at the minimum level of just like sort of cost, and knowing how sort of insurance process is, we knew it would be a long time before we saw any of that. So I think I actually said to him on the phone, I said to him, I think we're finished. And he said to me, I think we are too.
You've been watching Channel 304. Thank you very much for watching the story so far. Make sure you like, comment, share, and we'll be back with chapter 2 soon.